Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Tranquil Waters by Stevie. Oh boy, this could be the last time we hear that. Sadly, this is unofficially the official last episode of Tranquil Waters by Stevie. It's been a long run. It's been a good run. At least I hope you agree with that. But we, alas, draw to the end of Tranquil Waters by Stevie. Officially end on 1.0.0.7 with a broken train. If you've been with us for a while, well, unfortunately, we had a major train derailment at some point or another, and the train was no more. So it will actually be kind of nice, I guess you could say, as a bonus, to move on to a new series with a working train, but this will be missed. Yeah, sadly, we're not taking our paddle boat with us. So hey, this is what we need to do. If we don't get a full wrap up, we'll have another session together. But what we need to do, just to tick the boxes, is finish up the last of our harvesting. Alas, I believe we are not. I don't think we're going to be able to do it this episode, as I believe. Well, let's take a peek at something. Let's kick this off. This is, I think this is the last of the carrots, I believe. So let's go ahead and hire a hired hand. Make sure it's not Doctor's guy. And we're just going to let him fire off on his own. Now, we've got a bunch of sunflowers that need to be taken care of. So let's go ahead and get a course going on the sunflowers. A Giants update came out for Farming Simulator 22. Not sure if you caught that or not. I don't think it would have been on consoles, as it was primarily to add AMD Super Fidelity FX Super Resolution 3 is what it's called. We could chat about that a little bit more here in uno momento. But let's go ahead and create a job for our buddy here. Generate a course. We'll do a couple of headlands. I think that'll work. Yeah, that should do us. I am running AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution 3. I'm actually running it right now just for funsies, to give it a little trial, give it a little spin. I'll show you something I noticed as opposed to the NVIDIA DLAA. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, if you don't have an AMD card, you can still run this Super Resolution. It is not proprietary, and it will work with AMD graphics cards. It will also, I guess, in theory, technically, it should run fine with even an Intel graphics, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I guess you could quote me on that, but I don't know if you'll be right or not. Sorry, buddy, I didn't even look to see where you needed to start. I had you close. I don't know where you're going. I will let him go. So it's really just another fancy way of dealing with. I was just looking at this, actually. I thought we still had sugar beets. So yeah, we're not going to finish up this episode. We have this field of sugar beets to do. Okay, that's fine. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie at all. Let me show you something as far as do a little, just to show you a little comparison thing here. Well, it's not really going to be a great comparison, but you'll notice on grid graphics like this right here with this grading right here, you'll notice it on sharp edges basically. See how it's pretty I don't even know what they call that, but it doesn't look great. You can really see the kind of the zigzagging of the way the graphics, the way Fidelity FX is handling that now. That is unbalanced. You've got choices. You've got, you know, ultra performance, balanced, and I don't know what the whatever the top quality is. I'm running on balanced just to give it a fair shot in betweener, right? And you can see that with these type of patterns, it's struggling a little bit, keeping a nice clean edge. DLAA, I did some comparison earlier. NVIDIA's DLAA does a better job with this stuff, and DLAA is known for being a superior product, so to speak, but it is only for NVIDIA cards, and I believe it also has maybe a little bit more overhead than does the Fidelity FX. Quite possibly. Not entirely sure on that one. But I wanted to try Fidelity FX since Giants has introduced it into their game, just for funsies, to see what it looked like, see how it performed. Like I said, I don't even know if you got an update on consoles. I'd be curious. Let me know if you did. I'd be curious if you did. I didn't look into anything else that this update brought, so if it did bring some other things, you probably did get it then. But if it was only for the Fidelity FX, then I would say you probably didn't see it on consoles. I do notice that versus DLAA, edges are a little sharper, and some of it is definitely going to be personal opinion on what you like. Some people like softer edges. Some people like sharper edges. It's some of it can be just personal preference. I think I lean towards sharper edges myself, but not if I have to give up, I guess, image quality. And I do think, and it's pretty noticeable. Maybe I'll try and include a little thing that shows you what I'm talking about between DLAA and Fidelity FX. If you're interested in seeing it, I'll see if I can drop something in the video and show you kind of just give you an idea on what I'm seeing. But anyways, that all being said, we are getting ready to move on to other pastures. I'm excited about it. I am indeed. Looking forward to trying some new things out. And by new, I mean horrible things. Hard economy, field stones, kind of ticking the boxes of things that I generally avoid like the plague when it comes to Farming Simulator. That's what we're going to do. No GPS for contracts, so legitimately going to have to buy GPS if I want it, and money is going to be difficult to come by. I don't know. I hope I'm not making a mistake. It should be entertaining at the very least. Looks like our buddy is going to be wrapping up these carrots post-haste. So actually what we could do is, once he's done with these carrots, we will we'll lease out a sugar beet head for this thing, and we'll get at the sugar beets. You know, we might as well. We might as well get right after them. I'll let this guy continue to self-unload if he'll be so kind to do so. I am firing you because I have no idea what you're going to do from here on out. So I'm just going to take over and get this last landing strip done. Beauty. Let's go dump our carrots. I would say we probably have one more episode to go because we are going to want to kind of do a house cleaning. I always like to do a bit of a house cleaning. We've got things that we're going to want to sell. We've got some crop that we need to get to market, sell that out, see how much cash money we can make on that stuff. But that'll put us at, I think, 100 even. I think this is episode 99, if I'm not mistaken. The weather is officially starting to turn for the better, in my opinion at least, here at the satellite office of RQS Gaming International conglomeration. We are heading into that weather that melts all the snow. Ooh, I've got to do that. That just looks like too much fun right there. All the snow is going to melt and go bye-bye, and we're going to be left with just this cesspool of nastiness. But at least our roads will clear out. Oh, that wasn't as good as I was hoping for. Alright, let's pull up here. Let's get our carrot head returned. Let's set up a store delivery point. Parsnips. Sugar beets. Sugar beets. Sugar beets. This is the one we usually get, the 62 miles an hour. I don't know what color sugar beets are. Aren't sugar beets usually like a purple? Aren't they purple color? I think they are kind of purplish, aren't they? I don't think they're that purple though. Let's do this, and let's drag this down to a deep purple. Yeah. Okay, Daddy likes that. Beauty. That's our sugar beet header, officially. Actually, that doesn't look that bad with this carrot color Homer. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. All right, what are we doing? We need to kick this bad Mamba Jamba off. Sugar beets will go directly to the pig food. Yeah, he's all right. He'll take care of business. He'll TCOB. Yeah, get some. I love it. You're going to go unload? Oh, you probably have to drive across the... Oh, no, that doesn't look too bad. So, hey, this came out today. Not the loan system, Brad. Did I enable it? I thought I did. Vehicle... Finances, cows, this. Maybe I did not. General settings, additional settings. This, and this. There was a mod that came out today that's for economy. The enhanced economy mod. I thought I enabled it. Methinks I either didn't enable it or it is not playing nice with Is this it right here? No, contract settings, base settings, lease costs, standard, delivery, crop plowing, debug mode, lazy farmers. No, this is not it. This, shoot, I forget what this even is. Field purchase discount. No, this is not what I was looking for. What is this contract settings? Is this for better contracts mod? Is that what this is included in? Maybe so. This could be part of that mod. Maybe there's a maybe there is a key combo I need. Let's take a quick peek here and see if there is. Easy development tools, maybe not. It's not a big deal. We're really not going to use it. Better contracts. We're really not going to use it on Tranquil Waters anyways. I was just curious to take a look at it to see what all it offered. Arena mode. Man, I have not even launched any of that gameplay. The arena stuff, what is it called? The X game? I don't even know what it's called. I haven't even touched it. I have like very little to no interest in it. I don't know how popular that's really been. It seemed like, when it first came out, of course, people were helper administration. Wait, what is that? Helper admin. I don't even know what that is. Helper administration, left shift. Oh, isn't that? Oh, that's the farm helper deal, I think. Yeah, okay. That's got to be. Left shift / is my farm helper. Yeah, okay. For a second there, I thought I had something I don't know about. Yeah, I haven't done any of that arena gameplay. It really doesn't have a lot of interest. I don't have a lot of interest in it, but then I'm not usually a big online player kind of person. Farming Simulator, though, is the one game that I do online play, that I have played online with multiplayer. I quite enjoy it, honestly. If I'm going to do multiplayer, that's actually the one. That probably one of the few games I've ever done multiplayer with, other than Left 4 Dead. Me and my kids play Left 4 Dead online multiplayer quite a bit. We all love that game, but I don't see the enhanced economy mod. I thought maybe I didn't enable it. I would say that's probably likely that I just didn't bother to enable it. I am going to take a look at that though, because that might come in handy on our next Let's Play. Grab my adult water beverage. That might come in handy on the next Let's Play if I'm looking to add even more difficulty to an already miserable existence. I want to be that guy that shows up in a town, probably, you know, maybe I haven't showered in a few days. You know, have some, just a t-shirt, some jeans on. My underwear is probably getting a little bit stiff because it's a couple weeks old, you know, unwashed. Have grown to really enjoy baked beans out of a can, cold baked beans out of the can. Actually, I don't actually mind baked beans straight out of the can, even if they're cold. Especially if they're good baked beans, like some really nice sweet, like honey barbecue ones, or something that's got a little zangy to it, you know. I'm a baked beans fan. Nobody around me usually is, but I'm a baked beans fan. And I can deal with cold baked beans. Like, I can eat cold. There's certain things I can eat cold that don't bother me too much. Baked beans. I can do like SpaghettiOs. I can do cold if I have to. Any of those Chef Boyardee things. You ever notice those Chef Boyardee meals in a can? It doesn't matter what you get. SpaghettiOs, ravioli, mini ravioli, the SpaghettiOs. Literally, this tastes the same. They're just different shapes. You know, it would be, to me, you could put a bowl of them, and if I couldn't tell by shape, you'd never know. I mean, they're just all the same meat sauce with the same. I don't even. That is one thing I don't. Some things I don't want to know. I don't want to know how that's made. And I used to love that show. You know, How It's Made. What an amazing show that. I think it's still on. Actually, I think they still make new episodes. I think they do, of How It's Made. Just a great show. Used to be one of my favorite shows when I came home for lunch. How It's Made was on at like 11:30 or noon. And I would, you know, grab my lunch, sit down in front of the TV, and watch an episode of How It's Made. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Done. Had to go back to work. It's all good, though. Great show. But some things I just don't want to know how they're made. There's just some things that ruin it. You know, will ruin it for me. Like, I enjoy that, what's it called? Stinking lasagna. Stouffer's lasagna, I think it is. Again, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what bottom of the barrel meat they're using. What body parts they're chunking that meat off of. None of that stuff I need to know. It's just not. It's not beneficial. It's not going to help me in the long run. So, I'm gonna avoid it. Desperately avoid it. I would move our tractor trailer over closer. But I know that as soon as I hop in it and start driving over here, Wingding here is going to be looking for it over back there in the corner. So we'll wait for him to get an unload done. Or I could do this. I suppose we could fire him temporarily. Alright, let's get out of Dodge and we'll... Come on, lock up for me. Well, maybe not then. So I started making a list of, I guess, basically the ideas behind this next Let's Play, so I don't forget to go over some of the rules that are going to be in place for it. Because some things you just kind of have to set guidelines for, because you can't either enable or disable them in the game. So you just kind of have to say, hey, you know, this is not going to be allowed. And as I was making this list and kind of going over, and a lot of it had to do with Gen X Stoner's post in Discord, which still to me was absolutely brilliant. One of the best pieces of writing I've ever seen in my life. And I'll tell you what, Gen X Stoner, you, my friend, rival the writing skills of, I would dare say, people like Shakespeare and Macbeth, and I would even go as far as to say Metallica. You, my friend, have got skills. Brad, can I ask a question? Actually, I'm not asking Brad. I'm going to ask Horseplay. Oh, Brad. Look what you did, you naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Yeah. That's so on me. See, it wasn't Horseplay again. It's user error. So, going over this list and just kind of putting things together, I just don't know how well this whole thing's going to work out. Nope. You know what? Actually, we'll let him go. Look at him. Just look at him. You know, sometimes, and I'm not a violent person. I'm really not. I wouldn't say that I totally avoid conflict, but physical altercations, I rarely see a point. But when I see Doctor's Chino's guy, I want to punch him in the face. I really do. I want to punch him. And he could be the nicest guy in the world. He honestly could be literally the nicest person, because there's got to be somebody like that, right? Technically speaking, there has to be one person alive today in the world that if it were possible, would be voted the nicest person in the world. Wouldn't that be super interesting to meet that person? The nicest person in the world. And this guy could be that. I still want to punch him. I want to punch him. And the nice thing is, if he indeed is the nicest person in the world, and I punch him, he's not going to do anything, because he's nice. So it's a win-win. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I want to deck him, and I don't even, and it's not even an anger thing. I'm not mad at him. I don't really, I'm not really looking at him going, man, he's just irritating me that way. It's almost like it's an involuntary thing when I see this dude. I want to get his pants dirty. That's the first thing. I want to get his pants dirty. And his shirt. And not just like dirt that will come out easily in the wash. I want it dirty, like, oh man, like, like there's a stain there now. And even if he uses one of those Tide stain sticks to try to get the stain out, it doesn't come out. So he has to either go and buy new chinos, or he has to live with the stain. But then I want to punch him. Now, I had a dealio happen to me, and I remember this in junior high. It affected me for the rest of my life. I think I can still actually see it, and I can actually feel how I felt when it happened. I was, and it was early on in the year. I had just transferred. All the gods of that are of disdain were upon me at one time. All the gods that said, Brad, you did something at one point or another in your life, and this is where it's time to pay the piper. What's he doing? Completely unnecessary. What are you doing? Unloading? Okay. Are you unloading? You're only at 70-some%, dude. Well, whatever. Oh, maybe it's that headland setting. Unload at headland or something like that. Anyways, whatever. So, I was had my first day. Well, it wasn't my first day, but it was very early on in my junior high. Junior high, I don't know about you guys, but junior high for me was absolutely miserable. But it was at my junior high, and I'm sitting there, and I don't really know anybody. I think I had like knew one or two people. I was a transfer my first year, blah, blah, blah. Sitting in the cafeteria, white pants. Yes, white pants that had this stripe on the side. So do you know Gwen's little jogging suit she wears? Kind of like that. They were white with a single blue stripe on the side. For some reason I thought those were cool. I don't know why. It was the 80s, so whatever. But they were pants. They weren't like a jogging suit or a exercising deal. They ultimately what they were marching band pants. Come to think of it, I think they were marching band pants. Oh gosh, help me. But anyways, I had one of my favorite meals. I got to really, really like soybean burgers in junior high. I actually acquired a taste for soybean burgers that has stayed with me to this day. I don't like them more than a good beef burger, but because they're just so different. But I still oftentimes have a taste for a good soybean burger. And you can get them. You can get them at the grocery store. I don't know if there's a brand I'm thinking of. I can see the brand thing, but I forget what it's called. Like sometimes they call them garden burgers. Don't get the black bean ones though. They suck. I made the mistake of picking those up one time, and oh man, no. You got to get the soybean based. I think a lot of our veggie burger, maybe that might be the same deal. So I picked up my burger and my fries and probably, your old little quart of milk that you get and whatnot. And I go sit down at the table and I'm just enjoying my lunch. And I'll tell you, this is where it changed me. And I mean this, it changed me. I was a different person after this happened. I used to put the ketchup on the burger. Like, open up the bun, place it aside, put your mustard, put your ketchup right on the burger itself, put the top bun back on, go to town. This day, little did I know that this would be the last day of my life that I would ever do that again. I would never, ever again put ketchup directly on my burger. Because as I picked up the burger and took a bite, the ketchup exited the opposite side of the burger and landed. Not only did it land on my beautiful white marching band JCPenney pants, but it landed right directly on the crotch. I mean, smack dab, directly dead center, right over my stuff. I can picture, like, you know how you see on TV where the camera just kind of does one of these zoom deals, like your entire world collapses around you? That's what happened. Panic immediately set in. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and here's where things get foggy, because I knew that it was too late. I don't remember if I just kind of like looked around, did one of these deals, like looked around to see if anybody saw it, and continued to eat and finish my lunch, knowing that there really wasn't anything I could do anyways, or if I actually attempted to wipe it and try to clean some of it off at that moment. I can't remember. The next thing I do remember, though, is, and I think this is where it paid off to be in the time frame that I was in the 80s there. We didn't have iPads and Chromebooks and all that fun stuff. We had to actually carry around notebooks. Trapper keepers. I don't know if any of you remember a trapper keeper, but a big 3-ring binder thing or whatever fancy crap we used to carry around. And for the rest of that school day, I either had a book or a notebook or something that I was carrying in front of my boys for the entire rest of the day. I would venture to say nope, we don't want to put it in here, Brett. I would venture to say not a single person ever saw my zipper for the rest of the day. And I just could not wait to get home and get out of those stinking pants. It was a life-altering, life-changing event. Let's see if we can get some stinking sugar beets. Wow, that was pretty dramatic. I guess we could sit here and just let it keep feeding it as it uses it, but we're not going to do that. That'd be silly. Oh, where did it just try to put some in? Oh, right. I know it'll fill up this pig food here. I think this pig food will take all of them. We could throw some into the sugar beet cutter, but I don't think that's necessary at this point in time. I don't think we really absolutely need cut sugar beets. We can get away with just using straight sugar beet for our pig food. Yeah, that was a nice... This thing is pretty well balanced for jumping, actually. It's not bad. Oh, what's Docker's doing? Looks like he's got it. You getting it, buddy? Yeah, nice. Hey, I guess I have to own it. Docker's is doing a great job. What happened? Is that where... Oh, he just decided not to do that. Okay. Maybe the tree freaked him out or something. I don't know. Looks like we're roughly halfway there, so maybe another close to 1 million liters. Maybe not quite. Maybe we're a little over half here. So from then, oh no. Oh, you can't really tell. Where's the stinking remove? There it is. Yeah, we're a little over half. Giddy up. So yeah, and from then on, I just have I've never put runny condiments directly on my burgers. I'm a dipper now. I dip. It changed me dramatically. It changed me, dare I say, to a DNA level. And I dip now. Hot dogs, I'm still good with applying condiments onto those. But for burgers, man, that thing comes to a skidding stop. That is so amazing. Oh, man. Really? How can there be more than one of him? That's just not right. It's just not right. Let's take an inside view on this speed racer. So yeah, I'm a dipping kind of guy now. It's burger dips. I don't. If it's like relish, or I don't put relish on there, but even mustard, actually, I still will apply mustard if I do mustard. But ketchup, though, I'm dipping, man. There's just no way. There's just no way I'm taking that chance again, ever again. And and you know, you're at that age when you know for a fact. I started football, and the last thing I needed was to have people see me with this stinking ketchup stain right over my junk. And because you know, at that age in junior high, you know exactly what's gonna happen, what they're gonna say, right? I mean, it's not gonna be, hey Brad, man, dude, you got a ketchup stain right over your stuff. No, that's not what they're gonna say, you know. And they're not gonna be like, oh dude, come with us, we'll try and help you get cleaned up. No, that's not how it goes down in junior high. I don't think I need to say what we all are thinking would be said, because that's exactly what would have been said, you know. And I didn't need that reputation. I didn't want that reputation, you know, because then every oh man, I don't know how far I need to take this. But yeah, I mean, every month they'd be calling me, you know. Oh boy, I better stop. I think we can all insert jokes there, but that's what I was trying to avoid. That's what I worked so hard to avoid. Had it been later in the year, and maybe I had already, you know, been part of the you know, had a little bit of a crowd to hang out with, you know, got through football season, got through some stuff. Maybe I would have been a little more open about what happened, and probably even brought it to some friends' attention, because I'm generally not that bad about that stuff. I'm usually a little self-deprecating. You laugh at yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, I don't think you can laugh at all. It's kind of tough. At least that's for me. You know, if I'm going to laugh, it's probably going to be first at myself, because that's generally how it works. But, and of course, you know, I get a chuckle out of it. But I'll tell you, it was just too early, man. It was too early. I didn't have that base to fall back on. And I didn't want to be one of those dudes, you know. And I didn't want to get a nickname, you know, and I didn't want to get reminded of it on the monthly and the whole 9 yards. So I was just like, no, you know, the rest of the day carrying books in front of me, you know, if that's what it's going to take, that's what it's going to take. And honestly, I think I probably had it not worked out that way, I probably would have just faked illness or something and gotten out of Dodge and gone home. Pretty sure my mom got the stain out, because I think I think those pants stuck around for a while. But yeah, it changed me. Some things happen in our lives. It changes. And that's what I'm concerned about this next Let's Play. Is it going to change me? Is it going to have such a deep mental and psychological effect on me that I will no longer be the same person? If I have to deal with field stones, if I have to deal with doing field work without a GPS, if I can't afford hired helpers, these are things that I have to seriously take into account. And I probably need to have, maybe I should talk to my doctor and see about getting some medication adjustments. You all may witness the unraveling, my unraveling, my final, as I finally succumb into the depths of insanity, the darkness that is known as insanity. Or we're gonna have a great time. Yeah, one of the two. So yeah, we're gonna have to put a wrapper on this, and I think we're gonna have to have another episode. I don't know what we need to have a wrap up episode. I feel like this is not it. So there will be one more. We'll do a 100, and we'll call it good. I'll try and get that out this weekend if I can. If not, then we'll just have to do it Monday. I don't even know if I'm prepared for our next Let's Play, so I'm going to have to do that. Hopefully I can get that done this weekend, or we'll have to do some... I never want to do reruns, so I don't think that works anyways. Does that even work? Actually it does work, because I do see other YouTubers doing reruns. Because technically, when you see some of these other farm sim YouTubers that put together... Oh my gosh. I should try that. I never even thought about that. It'd be long though. Oh my god, it'd be like a week long. They put together like an entire series into one so that you can just kind of watch through the full series. Technically, I guess that's reruns, right? They're in syndication. They're reruns. So I guess we could do that. That'd be kind of a boring week though, I guess. But anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll see what's happening. But thanks again, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate it. And thanks for your continued support, your likes, your comments. It's all great. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you coming on board. And one more episode to go with Tranquil Waters. And then onward and upward. But you all take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.